Hello and welcome in to the AJA Sports Show. Hello and welcome
Hello,
in to the
hello.
AJA
What's going
Sports
on,
Show. Hello and
fellas?
welcome in to the AJA Sports Show. Are you guys losing your mind? Are you guys echoing? Is this real life? No, sorry. I'm still have the same vibes I did from Alien episode. Conspiracy episode. Uh, Welcome into the show today, guys. This is Jay and Ace over here, and Andrew. I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't hosted a show in a couple of days, so I gotta get the gears slightly adjusting. So before we begin, we just made a TikTok, so it's at AJA Sports Show. And we already have a TikTok thing up there, so please enjoy. I slightly roasted my wife, who's the first one in the stream as always. What's up? What's up, mod number one? She's the moderator numero uno.
What's
So,
up, Elizabeth?
so
The
yeah, go
absolute best, Lord Lizzie.
go to our TikTok. We also have Instagram and Twitter. You know, some of the other social media trendy stuff. But we about to take TikTok over. So I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. But I'll just post obscure videos of these two behind the scenes and then post it for your guys' pure enjoyment. So on today's show, we're going to talk about extremes. That's the theme of today. So not as extreme as pigeons that aren't real, which I mean, not as
Oh
extreme as
boy,
that.
we're gonna get.
They're real. Their birds are real.
Yeah, there we are.
Someone
Charles
asked.
Darwin's been studying them for hundreds of years.
Someone asked me, "Well, you eat chickens," and I'm like, "But that's a land bird. That's not a real bird." Anyways,
So ostrich, all good. But
we'll say
we get some flight time. It's
Yep.
over for the birds. Got it. All right. Love
so
it.
so while we're chatting today, if you come to the stream a little bit late, just know extremes, right? Today's all about the extremes. So we're going to talk about the extremes of baseball since this is the Baseball Buzz episode. I was about to drink a beer, but I'm going to get buzzed on caffeine today, so I have a frappuccino.
I know.
we
have just a little cherry limeade tequila.
I got so
Something
okay.
simple.
Okay, go to the TikTok. My wife sniped me yesterday on the stream, so you can watch the stream from yesterday too. She sniped me again today. She took my Dos Equis. Like I was gonna, I made a TikTok that about the Dos Equis. So we have a feud going on. Elizabeth versus Ace. Who's gonna win? Her, obviously.
Oh yeah, 100%. Lord Lizzie will win.
Okay,
Good luck to you, man.
She needs to unwind a little bit, bro.
it's okay. Caffeine is a drug, right? I mean, drugs are alcohol.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I can't lie. Yeah, I got coffee here too. Actually, to go right when I finish a drink. So
we got the three drinks.
got both
We
of them.
the coffee. You got the water. You got the.
Be lucky if we make it an hour on this program.
Yeah,
With all the beverages we're consuming.
You would think that we would be doing like a 6-hour show.
Is this
Yeah,
the sun?
we are, Ryan.
Is this? Yeah. Well, we're gonna strap in for 6 hours. So hope you
Jesus
stay.
Christ.
Were you busy at 11:45 at night? You don't want to do the longest stream ever we've ever done.
Well, we gotta do like
Burst-
11
burst
Target
ball.
Friends just did one. Did you guys watch any of that? The 24-hour. They did a 24-hour free dumb show because they signed with DraftKings. $50 million. Are you freaking kidding me? Like
Wait, who did that?
Dan Lebitard on Friday. It was Friday.
Did
Yeah,
they
it was
really?
last Friday. Yeah, they did like a freedom. It was called Freedom, FREE, dumb, like dumb, stupid. And it was 24 straight hours. They had 24 straight hours of content. They were live streamed for 24 straight hours. And then Monday came, and some people were like, "Where's Dan Lebitard?" He was like, "I just streamed for 24 hours. I just gave you 24 hours of content. I'm off for a couple days. Go watch one of the 24 hours I just did."
Wow, that's insane. I mean, I would probably watch that for a couple of hours, but no, that's too much.
Yeah.
Ryan, what's up, dude? You okay? We like the Angels on this show. Like, are you
I know, yeah. Do we like the Angels more than Ryan? I'm gonna talk a little showy today, baby.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining in, Amanda and Ryan. Today's show is about extremes. So, whether that is, your extreme or our extreme, we'll chat about it. We're going to talk about the extremes of baseball, the extremes of real life, get a little bit into it there, and then we'll finish off the show with some extreme ranking. But without further ado, let's get into it. Did I lie a little bit? I feel like I feel like froze a little bit. Now it's in his head. Okay. No Wi-Fi.
You're lagging a little, Paquito.
Am I still lagging a little, Quito?
A tad.
Mr. Roboto.
Uh-oh.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're like Mr. Roboto right now.
It does.
I could take my stream and Andrew could do his little make sure my internet works. How about we do that?
Yeah, let's do that. Andrew, you gonna do your soccer? Or?
I can do it. Yeah, I could talk about it now before we get into baseball. I know Amanda and Ryan are here for baseball, but we can go ahead and jump into the European Championships that are starting tomorrow. Guys, I'm so geeked and excited.
Andrew's the resident soccer guy. I mean, I think everyone kind of knows. Excited. Yeah, we used to do. For anyone who used to follow us when we were doing just us two, little duo action, we used to have double coverage. It was a show that we used to do. Andrew used to have his little minute of soccer just because I couldn't have him do more than that. I would just go crazy. So we're going to give him like a cool 5 minutes right now. So go for it, eh? Let me hear it. Let's go with the Euros. What's going on with the Euros?
Yeah, we got some predictions, some tough groups, a lot of good games that are going to be happening. You're watching a soccer game tomorrow at noon. Are you watching Italy versus Turkey? Because guess what? That's what I'm going to be watching. That's going to kick off the Euros. Italy and Turkey in Group A, along with Wales and Switzerland. Turkey's actually like a surprise team coming into this tournament. Italy is one of the favorites going in. The favorites for this year is going to be Italy, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, who, as you can see on the screen, I actually think Portugal is going to win this tournament. They won Euro 2016. Even they won in the final in France against France without Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's back in the squad this year.
I was gonna say, I wonder why Andrew like Portugal.
Let me tell you a little bit why I like Portugal, because I have Portugal winning, but the best player of the tournament is going to be Bruno Fernandes, who's a midfielder for the Portuguese national team. The best coach is going to be Roberto Mancini. Italy. Roberto Mancini is Italy's head coach. They went unbeaten in all their qualifiers leading up to the European Championships, and they're in really good form right now. Lorenzo Insigne and Ciro Immobile are two of the best attacking players in the world at the moment, and I expect them to do rather well. And then the biggest flop that I have is England. Gareth Southgate. Southgate is not the best coach, not the best manager for that national team, unfortunately. And they're going to be England's going to be without their best center back, their best defender, and Harry Maguire for at least a few games going into the tournament. So I don't think even though the tournament's going to be they're going to be able to play some games in Wembley Stadium. For those of you who don't know, Wembley Stadium is a very famous soccer stadium in England, and it's kind of been like a curse to almost the England national team. Whenever they play there, they don't perform well. So they're going to get an opportunity to play in front of their fans, but they don't historically perform pretty well. So I have England as my flop team because I just don't like the decisions that their coach Gareth Southgate's going to be making. Cristiano Ronaldo, the reason I have him as the top scorer, he's healthy for the first time in a very long time. He came off of a pretty lackluster league season where in Juventus they didn't win the Italian league title for the first time in 6 years. He's 6 goals shy of passing this other player, Ali Day from Iran, as the top international goal scorer in soccer history, and 1 shy of passing Michel Platini, who played for France back in the early 90s for the most goals scored in European Championship competition. So that's why I have Ronaldo coming out strong here. I think Portugal is going to end up winning. They won again, but I think they take it here. France is going to be really tough to get out. And then real quick, I have I didn't make a graphic for this, but I have the best 11. So the best 11 players going into the European Championship, who I think you should keep your eye on. So I did it tiers. I'm going to start with the coach. I did it kind of tiered. So for the coach, are you talking about Cristiano Ronaldo? Because yes, he is a freaking god. He's better than Lionel Messi, in my opinion. I don't know anybody else who's here watching. He's a better player than Lionel Messi. I will die on that hill if I have to. But
Andrew's all about that.
Lionel Messi lost to Bolivia one time. Got crushed 6-1. This happened
He did. He also lost in 2019 he lost in the Copa America tournament to Chile 4-0, and then proceeded to get into a fight with Gary Medel and get a red card, and then subsequently the next week quit the national team and then return to the national team. Yeah, you're alone on that hill, bud. It is what it is, Amanda. Writing's on the wall. But anyway, let me get back to this. So the best 11, the people to watch out for, the coach, I have Fernando Santos. I know I have Roberto.
Amanda said you're on that hill alone.
That's okay. That's okay. I told you, like I said, I'll die on that hill. Fernando Santos is the coach of the
I love
Portuguese
it.
national team. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ryan. I got to do it, man. It's tomorrow. I'm going to be watching. So Fernando Santos is the coach of the Portuguese national team. I think he'll do pretty well. I don't think he's going to be the one who wins the best coach award. Like I said, I think it'll be Roberto Mancini, but my favorite coach is Fernando Santos. Defenders, Andrew Robertson, Ruben Diaz, Matthias Delight, and Joshua Kimmich. Those are four of the they're all under 24 years old, and they're four of the absolute, just most outstanding defenders in world football right now. You're moving over to the midfield. You have N'Golo Kante for the French national team, Bruno Fernandes, as I mentioned before, and Kevin De Bruyne, who plays for Belgium. That's going to be just a hefty midfield. They're all going to perform great as long as they're healthy. And then, of course, for the forwards, the ones who are going to be scoring goals, Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal, Kylian Mbappe for the France national team, and Robert Lewandowski for the Polish national team, who probably won't play too well. Unfortunately, they're going to be in a tough group. But Robert Lewandowski is coming off of a career best season, and he's really in form right now, coming off of another title-winning season. So that's the best 11 going into it, names to watch out for. Keep an eye out for João Felix for Portugal, guys. This is the last thing I'll leave you with. Keep an eye out for João Felix. Yeah, he's a super young, talented forward for Portugal. He'll get a lot of playing time if Ronaldo does need breaks from time to time. And he's Johnny and I watched a game from of him a couple of years ago when we were at Disney World when we had some time to kill, and he was pretty impressed with him, and I am too. So, Euros start tomorrow. Just to let you guys know, there's 24 teams competing in the competition. 2 teams from each group advance to the round of 16, and the top 3, and then there's 4 teams that if they finish third in their group, they advance to the round of 16 as well to round out that group. So should be exciting. And for the first time ever, VAR, which is a video assistant referee, will be used at the European Championships. It's the first time that UEFA is going to be allowing video assistant referees to be in an international tournament. So big steps forward for a lot of replay, which is something that soccer heads will, some of them will be upset about, but because it kind of goes against the tradition of the game, which we're going to talk about with baseball and their unwritten rules. It's kind of one of those things with soccer that VAR is like something that they don't really like, but that'll do it for me with that. Let me get this out of here, bring us back up. But European Championships, can't wait. Italy versus Turkey kicks off at noon tomorrow. So let's get it. I'm super excited.
Ryan, I don't know if that was as boring as me breaking down 4-3 versus 3-4 defenses, so I'll give it to Andrew. That was great, dude. I mean, I don't mind soccer. Now, my biggest pet peeve with soccer, and Andrew knows this, is it's like the build-up. You get all the build-up and none of the satisfaction, bro. It's like, imagine you're going on a date with a girl, you know what I'm saying? You're on a date, you're with a girl, everything's going great. You're thinking, you're going to go back to your place, something's going to happen. And then when you get back to your place, she dips right out the bat. That's what happens in soccer, like, all the time. Ball goes all the way down. I think they're about to score. Someone's right in front of the goal. Boom, no shot. It's opportunities. And then you get like 2 goals a game. And that's, it's my only thing with soccer. But it's the and I'm learning, right? Because I watch some with Andrew because I'm a good brother. Got to watch some. The opportunities are what makes the game, right? And then it just makes the finish so much sweeter. That's what it is. That's what I'm gonna tell myself at least.
Absolutely. That's why I watch it. It's all about it's an ultimate team game, just kind of like football, just on the international level, in my opinion. It's like everyone has to combine together. You have to keep your shapes. You have to make sure you're constantly communicating. So
you were almost gonna say it's the ultimate team game until you remember that football is the ultimate team game.
Well, they both play with 11 on each side of the field. So I mean, that's
football. But football. It's football.
Soccer plays offense and defense. Football does not.
That's true.
It's physically impossible. Soccer plays for 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long game, but they're very entertaining games, and it's going to be really. It's going to be really
flopping. That's the other thing. Flopping. That's got to get fixed. It's kind of getting fixed. They flag people now for that, or card them.
They give yellow cards if you. Midfielders.
Oh, I guess they don't.
Flopping.
Sorry. Go ahead. You're talking about football, not football. Did you know Zlatan Ibrahimovic? Or how do you say
Ibrahimovic? Yeah.
Ibrahimovic and Cristiano Ronaldo are the only players to ever score in every single minute of a football game. So
I actually didn't know that. Wow, that's a pretty interesting stat. I didn't know that.
I did a couple of things while you were talking. I did a little bit of this word search, and I also looked up a stat to share because I like to share.
Love the stat. That's a great stat.
like got you, or like I got you?
Just a little. I got you. Just a little bit.
Is she a little mad because you said Lionel Messi sucks or something?
He doesn't suck. He's just not as good as Cristiano Ronaldo, and people need to stop banging that drum.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like I said, I'll die on that hill. But yeah, we can move on to our baseball talk. We'll get right into it if you guys are ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Super ready. Okay. Without further ado, Jay talked about Garrett Cole yesterday, right? Garrett Cole, was that yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. And how, he had a press conference, and if you watched it, you didn't watch it, we'll just kind of give you a little recap. Garrett Cole, do you use that sticky stuff?
Savage. Amanda's such a savage.
So I don't, okay. I'm just gonna say that this generation was passed along from another generation, and we do stuff that some of our mentors taught us, and so okay. I mean, he pretty much said he does it, but didn't say he did it. Wow, you guys are just going at it in these comments down here.
So who do you think that's like a top 5 like interview moment? Like, like is that like up there with like the Adam Gase and break your kneecaps? You know what I'm saying? Is that was pretty bad? I mean, I told you guys, I feel bad for him. What is he supposed to say?
He's just not interesting enough. I think like captivating enough with what he said. Like what he said was like kind of like hilarious, but also like ridiculous, but also like you're right. But no, I don't think that meets that level because it's just the other ones were just so much more ridiculous.
So I mean, really though, like genuinely, like you guys are up there and you're doing something you're not supposed to, and you get asked in front of media, like this is going everywhere. What do you say? Do you blatantly lie, or do you kind of do what he did, or you're kind of like, well, I mean, the old timers showed me how to do something, and the old timers showed the old timers how to do something, and those old timers showed some old timers how to do it, and now these old timers are showing us how to do it. Like, what are you supposed to do there?
What he did was he just muddied the waters. He was like, well, if I'm going down, I'm going to take everybody with me. So I'm just going to say...
Exactly! Right! Anchor, baby! Sink the whole damn ship. No shot. No shot. You're not going to put this just on me. I'm blaming all the old timers.
So he said that, and then a week ago, I think it was a week ago, Josh Donaldson was like, he called Garrett Cole out, right, because of his spin rate or whatever, and then Garrett Cole's next time facing Josh Donaldson, I think that he's on Minnesota Twins right now, he said he threw his 2 fastest pitches of the game against him, and he struck him out twice. So Garrett Cole was coming in with a little bit of heat. A little bit of sticky heat, but whatever. I mean, who cares? Let everybody cheat, right? The game's kind of boring sometimes, so just I'm all for it. Get back on the roids, start drinking that jungle juice, and pitchers just start cheating. They're gonna start changing the mound placement and bring in robotic umpires in the next generation. So
are you leading the MLB in that or what? I've not heard anything about that. And
I'm investing in stocks for a couple of robotic companies right now. So just saying.
Let me know which one. Get that insider trading information. Don't listen to me though. AMC's down like 20% today.
No, perfect time to buy. Hold on, folks.
Exactly. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Your boy just did. Put 200 yesterday.
Do you want me to highlight these comments real quick? We are watching the Italy game A right now, and Andrew commented that he'd be also watching it. Turkey has been tremendous defensively. Sticky heat.
Amanda, dude's pro cheating. Amanda and Ryan, you guys are in here, right? Okay. We talked about this before. I don't know if you guys were in the actual chat when we talked about this before, right? What would be the bigger advantage, right? Pitchers putting something on the ball or batters taking roids? Please chime in. I need to know because I am on the minority side of this. Let's get back to steroids too. Yeah, I mean, if you're with Asa, you might as well just screw it, right? Just to go all out. I mean, shoot, 90s baseball, 90s to early 2000s baseball is where it's at, man. Everyone was roided up and hitting home runs, hitting dingers. So
that was the era of ridiculousness. Pitchers were really good and batters were really good. Both apparently can't be good at the same time. Well,
no, they're both unbelievable. Batters are just doing something way different than they were doing before. Just not hitting for average anymore. Now, what are they unbelievable at? Hitting home run. Shohei Ohtani hit a 470-foot home run the other day. I swear to God, I thought that thing landed in the dang Pacific Ocean. How far he hit that damn ball. That ball was obliterated. 470 feet.
So this is the show about extremes, right? I'm allowed. That was the theme of today's show. You guys missed the first few minutes. It's okay. Yeah. So I mean, I'm okay with certain aspects of quote unquote cheating. I don't label it all as cheating though. Like, I do think that they're like the way that we approach these players and how much money we're throwing at them, that if we want these guys to be perfect specimens and to be, to play their sport for 15 years, then they probably need human supplements that are not necessarily meant for me. So I understand if like they're on a regimen that is a little bit more intense than I would be, and my daily multivitamin that I take, and my vitamin D and my fiber. But bros, like, I mean, I understand. So all I'm saying. But yeah, and then if you allow cheating, right, you can put Barry Bonds in the MLB Hall of Fame. You can put Pete Rose in there. It's all that fun stuff. But
yeah, I mean,
those guys should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Pete Rose didn't even bet on his games, so I mean, whatever.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
He bet on other people's games.
Yeah,
it's not like he was throwing games out here. He bet on other people's games. Get over it. Yeah.
Okay, so
how would you feel if you're Pete Rose right now when people could like legally bet and like through a cellular like device, like they could legally bet their DraftKings and stuff.
Players still can't do it. Players still can't do it, and he was a player, and that's a rule. So yeah. But if we're gonna let dudes with roids and stuff in, I mean, what are we doing? What's the holdup?
I read the Twitter rules and guidelines, and it says you're not supposed to have a burner account, and Kevin Durant has a burner account. So why is he
not
allowed to have
proven?
A burner account?
Not proven. But he definitely does. But he definitely does. Not proven, but he definitely does. Pretty much. Everyone knows it.
If you have 10 followers or less, at Kevin Durant, he'll probably get into an argument with you.
Oh, he'll be all over it.
I believe Skip Bayless has one too, but just for what it's worth.
No, he doesn't need a burner because he posts stupid on his regular Twitter. Like Skip Bayless is actually moronic. Like, I do not know how that dude has a platform besides the fact that he wears Jordans. Like, I'll wear Jordans. I'm a Kobe guy, but I'll wear Jordans if I can get a platform like these dummies. I mean, seriously. Shannon Sharp, his takes are awful, but he's lucky. Uncle Shay is funny, or else if he wasn't funny. Dude has no. I mean, it's awful. Like, that show is unwatchable. Like, quite literally unwatchable. Unless he's doing his stupid thing where he's got like the goat mask on talking about LeBron, then I'm all for it. But besides that, he's an idiot.
LeBron James. Okay.
Don't say LeBron. I'll just start talking about LeBron for 30 minutes.
So let's go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, no, I was talking about moving on from the LeBron talk, so that way he doesn't go off in a tangent.
Okay, so whatever. We kind of defined that extreme or not. Maybe we're okay with a little bit of cheating.
Right? We're just allowing average Joes in the Hall of Fame now, bro. I mean, holy Toledo, dude.
That's a good comment.
That's a great comment. That's a tootly, dude. Come on, man.
Okay, so don't talk about LeBron, Jay. Talk about Shohei Ohtani. So we're talking we're talking about extremes, right? So talk to us a little bit about Shohei, right?
Okay.
What you love the guy, so just keep talking about him.
Well, the last two-way player to even try to do this in the MLB was Babe Ruth, and to do it anywhere near what I don't even think Babe Ruth was doing it the way Shohei Ohtani was doing it. I'm convinced Babe Ruth wasn't doing it the way Shohei Ohtani was doing it. He's averaging 262 this year hitting. He has 17 home runs. That's tied for third. He's got 44 RBIs, tied for seventh, and a 951 OPS, tied for seventh. Now, a stat that all these advanced stats, right? Some of them are cool. Some of them are dumb. One cool one I found was sweet spot contact hits. So when you swing your bat, how many times you make contact and it's a sweet spot hit. And to qualify for a hit that's a sweet spot hit, balls have to go at least 98 miles per hour off of your bat and have to be hit in the air. Now, these balls, when they're hit in the last 5 years in the MLB, are super productive. When you look at it, they're only hit 1% of the time. So out of 100 swings, obviously 1% of the time, you get a sweet ball hit. In the past 5 years, like I was saying, the average batting average on those hits is a 798 and a 2.74 slugging percentage. So it's unbelievable. So which makes what I'm going to say even crazier, that the fact that Shohei Ohtani is doing this shit. So he's got 27 of those this year. That's the most in the MLB. Now, that's amazing, right? As a hitter. Now, flip it to the other side where he goes to the mound. And as a pitcher, he's only allowed 3. With 30 innings pitched, he's the only player in the MLB right now that has less than 5. Yeah, he's unbelievable. And as a pitcher, just to top it off, he's got a 2.72 ERA. He's top 8 in the major leagues in strikeouts per 9 innings with 12.39. And everyone who's above him is unbelievable, like guys like Jacob deGrom. So Shohei Ohtani is unbelievable. The Angels are actually on a little bit of a winning streak here, starting to get the bats hot. Once they get Mike Trout, you could be looking at something. They're only 2 games under 500 now. So Ryan, I mean, I'm a Dodger fan. It's kind of ludicrous for me to be on an Angels bandwagon here. But between Shohei Ohtani and my bet for Mike Trout to be better than Albert Pujols when they end their careers, I'm Team Angels right now, baby.
Okay. So I think Shohei's great. He's probably going to be the first two-way actual player in the MLB because there are some players that did it. I don't really care. No one's really done it to this standard. So I like your the heat that you're throwing at Ohtani.
Now the question there is going to be longevity, right? Like how long can he do this for? Like, and we're seeing like he's fully healthy for this season, so he's absolutely like on a tear. Like he's pitching and
no more starts.
They're managing him really well.
No more
the Angels are managing really well.
No more starts. Make him a closer. Rafael Iglesias, their closer right now, is kind of whatever. He's pitched better the last month, but they signed him, so I understand that they don't want him to whatever be. They want him to be their closer, but like, dude, you could have just done that with Ohtani. Like Ohtani can come in and get you 3 outs automatically. I mean. And then you could play him the whole game and not have to worry about, like, do we play him? Do we not play him? Do we play him? Do we not play him? He just has to pitch maybe 15 pitches to close up the 9th inning. So.
That's true. The other thing I was going to mention about Shohei, and this doesn't have anything to do with his play, well, lack thereof playing, actually. Did you guys hear a couple weeks ago he got his start scratched because traffic on the freeway headed to the stadium? Yeah. So the bus broke down. Apparently the team bus broke down. And then they were trying to get everyone over there or something. And then he got into like a private car. And as they were driving, he like didn't get to the facility in time to do his warm up and his prep and stuff, which is a big deal for a pitcher.
He got on the bus. He overshot his station that he was supposed to get off on. So then he had to backtrack. And yeah, he was late. I think he still batted that day, but he couldn't start.
Yeah, but he couldn't start. Yeah, so they scratched his start and moved it to the next day. Just funny, man. It's crazy, dude. As much as we think we're in like a super series, like no way a guy like Shohei Ohtani, pitcher for the Angels, batter for the Angels, no way he shows up late to the ball game anymore. There you go. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to pitch Friday, but I'm going Saturday. Oh. Hey, Ryan, we'll work some bus stuff, bro. I'll go and I'll be like a squatter on the bus or something. I'll make sure he doesn't get off that bus, bro.
I'm going to go ram that vehicle just for you.
Yeah. We got you, Ryan. We're all over working.
We're about to do some Fast and Furious stuff here, bro, for you.
Dominic Toretto and Paul and Brian O'Connor right there.
Brian, yeah, you're actually saying their names. Yeah. Okay, so
he's not Paul Walker, he's Brian O'Connor.
Okay, I'll go next. My guy, you probably don't know him, so I'm gonna put a picture of him in here. He's Jesse Winker. Did I choose him because my second name is Jesse? Yes, I did.
Jesse who?
I mean, no one calls me Jesse in this platform.
Have you actually not heard of Jesse Winker, Johnny?
No, I've heard of him.
Oh, I was gonna say, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have to keep up with baseball. I mean, even though I want to talk basketball every damn day, I gotta keep up with baseball. So
do it. Okay, so Jesse Winker.
Palpatine.
Yeah, Palpatine. Jesse Winker plays for the Cincinnati Reds. He kind of hit a nice peak at the end of the 2019 season, and then last year happened, and nothing was really the same. But this year, playing balls to the wall, his highlight so far this year is he's hit 3 dingers in a game twice. So he's feeling it. He's crushing right-handed pitching, and that's what the majority he's facing. So, where all you left-handers at, right? 7% of the world, or something like that. Gotta get more of you in the pitchers arena here, because Winker is not stopping. He's second in batting average. He's tied for first in, I think, total bases with his teammate Nick Castellanos. He is. I have it right here somewhere. He's the number 1 in adjusted batting runs. He's the highest offensive win percentage. Apparently that's important.
A little bit.
He's created 55 runs. That's first. He's slugging the highest in the league right now with 1.060, which is higher than who's about to be in the next guy we're about to talk about here. Yeah, but just killing it. Really like his play. I drafted a little fantasy team and I picked him up off the waivers, and we're doing well. Jesse and I.
He was on waivers.
He was on waivers. Well, everybody drafts auto drafts and then doesn't pick their team. So I'm like in second place right now against a bunch of rope teams that aren't even changing their lineups. Whatever.
Second place, man. Shoot for the stars. Go get that first. You got it. Especially with Jesse Winker on the roster.
So that's that's Jesse Winker. Really like what he's doing. Cool kid to watch. Not a Reds fan, but hey, I'll root for him. The rest.
I watched him. I watched him against the Dodgers.
Season.
Paid real close attention to the series they had early in the season, and I think he had
a leadoff home run. I think in one game, he was batting leadoff for a while, and then I think they have him in the 2-hole right now. But he's getting on base. So right now, the national batting average is like 212 or 14 or something like that, and this fool's hitting 346. So, I mean,
that's crazy.
Put him at the top of your lineup.
He's probably one of the only like 4 people in MLB hitting above 300.
Right, and well, this guy's below is hitting above 300, and Jesse Winker has a higher slugging percentage. But go ahead and talk to us about Ronald Acuna Jr., Andrew.
Yeah, definitely lacking in the batting average department here with Ronald Acuna. But Ronald Acuna, I don't know what it is about him. He's probably my favorite player in the MLB right now. Not like wearing a Dodgers jersey. He's just been kind of on an absolute tear. Even in the postseason against the Dodgers last season, obviously they ended up losing. They were up 3-1, but he balled against us. He's currently 1 home run shy of 100 for his career, and he entered the league 3 years ago. And is tied with the league lead in home runs with Vlad Guerrero Jr. So 22 years old, both of them are absolutely balling, leading the league in these moonshots. You mentioned that he's batting under 300. He's still batting respectable 278. Being above 275, between the 275 and 300 average area is really good for MLB players nowadays. Johnny mentioned we don't see a ton of guys batting over 300 nowadays. The strikeout rate's really high, spin rate's really high. Got 18 home runs, 38 RBIs with a 989 OPS, which is just absolutely absurd. And then this is the thing I saw that really kind of piqued my interest a little bit, because I want to see what he does now that we're really in like the full swing back in full swing of like regular MLB seasons. Over his last 162 games played, he's a 5-tool player. He steals bases. He's great in the field. But over his last 162 games played, he's scored 148 runs. He's hit 50 home runs. He has 111 RBIs, and has stolen 42 bases. So just kind of doing it all. Atlanta, unfortunately, hasn't been playing super well this year. Acuna has not, slowed down at all. Ozzy Albies went down with an injury. Freddie Freeman hasn't really been that great this year after coming off an MVP season. But I think Acuna will do just enough, and hopefully everybody gets back and healthy for them, for Atlanta to be really, really competitive in the playoffs this year again. I just love what I'm seeing from Acuna. And the guy even bat flipped off of, and it's funny. I like seeing people do stuff against Trevor Bauer because of how funny Trevor Bauer is on the mound. The other day when they were playing the Braves, Acuna drew a leadoff walk against Bauer and flipped the bat and then threw his gloves off and did this whole showmanship. It's just, I love it. I love seeing this kind of stuff. And Acuna's got some swag to him. And
and Trevor wants that too, right? So he did that because he knows Trevor's gonna be not be a sour puss about it.
Right, and that's what I love about Trevor too. I like the new age of the baseball mindset and stuff, and Acuna is definitely up there with my favorite players in the league, along with the two guys you guys also brought up. I mean, there's just the league's flooded with talent on the defensive side of the ball, pitching, and that's kind of the case for all major sports right now, which is really cool to see. We get to see a huge influx of talent everywhere, and makes our jobs a lot more fun because we get to talk about all these cool guys. So,
all right, Amanda dipped for this part. Rest in peace, Amanda, to stream. Just kidding. not in real life. Not in IRL. Ryan, do you have a seatbelt on or around you? Because you need to buckle in, buddy. If you're still here, we about to put in something we haven't done in the show before. Well, you'll see right now. Okay, so we're gonna head to part 2 of the show right now.
Hey!
God, I love that music.
Question of the night. What is the most extreme thing you do currently or have done in your life? So, well, let's talk about it. Let's have a little bit of fun with this one.
Okay.
You guys want me to go first?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let it rip.
All right. Well, okay, I'll let it rip. So, okay. One of the most extreme things that I've done is for a while I was living at home still. So this is pre marriage days to the wifey. I was pretty much an extreme couponer with my mom, and Elizabeth was like in cahoots too. We would go to the Walmart. We would price match like mofos. Like we brought the ads, and we would get carts down from like $300-$400 to like $80.
Jeez.
So at a point we were extreme couponers. That's kind of how I put a twist on it. We would like so the funny thing was we would get in line and then we would like look to the people behind us and be like, we're gonna be here a little bit. I don't know if you want to go to one of the other registers like down yonder. Most people would be like, oh, okay. A couple of people were like, huh, what? And then we would tell that to a couple of people, and then but people would still just show up, and then I'd be like, oh my god, but whatever. Like, I didn't let my we didn't let what we were doing deflect us. We would just. If people don't want to listen and get into another line, stay behind us. We're going to be here for like 10 to 15 minutes. Check it out. Saving a couple $100.
Getting his bread.
Yeah.
So the kind of funny thing about all of this too was Walmart didn't start, plotting against us in any way. They just changed their rules, and not necessarily to us, but Walmart changed some of their rules. So one time my mom and we went shopping. We bought got a bunch of stuff in the cart. We go up to the register, and then the lady was like, no, we're not doing that anymore. And then I was like, the fuck? So I was like, why? We were just here a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah, it's store policy. I was like, okay. I was like, oh boy. I was pumping up. I was like, store policy? What store policy? Show me your store policy. And then she got all and then she calls the manager for the floor up, and then she's like, yeah, it's a policy. And I was like, I don't care. We were just here. It's not your policy. And then I'm over here on my phone, looking up their store policy, and I showed it to their faces, and I was like, look, you can do this, you could do this, you could do this. And then they were like, well, our store manager doesn't want people that out of a 1 mile radius or something. We only price match with stores in a 1 mile radius. I was like, oh, okay, so the Albertsons that's closed across the street, you're gonna price match with that one? No, there's no stores within a 1 mile.
Station? What?
So I was like, I got mad. I was like, well, you guys know what? You guys are rude, terrible. You this is stupid. My mom and I come here, so we drop $100 every couple of weeks. If you guys don't want our money, that's fine. Have fun putting away this cart full of groceries. You suck as humans. And then we walked out of there. So that was probably my extreme couponing days with Mama and fiance Lizzie. That was probably one of the most extreme things that I did.
Dang. No, I don't have the patience
Pretty
for that.
extreme.
That's really extreme, and kudos to you for having the patience for it. I just don't. I don't have the patience for coupons.
It was like a
sale, I'll buy it, but
it was like a game at a certain point too, right? Because it had a dance and a rhythm to it. Because you could, you knew what was coming up on the belt, and you were like, oh, okay, and then you would tell the cashier she'd have to punch in the actual number that was in the ad for another place. And then I learned to this is the critical stuff that makes it go a lot faster. But I would put items on the belt of the stores, so I didn't have to if they didn't believe me, I didn't have to flip through multiple ads to show. So most of them were okay, after we did a couple, they were this whole cart you're gonna do, and we're yeah. So they would just stop asking us for proof because you could show them like the ad. Some of them though in the past were like, oh, let me see the whole ad. Let me, and then I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. Let's spend a little bit of time here and show you guys this whole ad. So, but yeah, what's one of the extreme things you guys do?
Currently do or that we've done before? Which one would you like first?
Either way.
Either way.
I'll talk real quick about the most extreme thing I've done, because I would definitely do it again if I had given the chance. I got to drive a race car. That was one of the most exhilarating and like nerve-wracking experiences, not just for being behind the wheel, but for also like I had to go through like a 2-hour, almost 3. I think it was like a 3-hour like training little session, and I had to sign waivers. There was insurance that I could opt in to purchase, like and just on the off chance that I wrecked the car. And if I did wreck it, like while I was driving my little laps, I think I had like maybe 10 laps on a half-mile track. I had to jump in through the window too. That was rough. That took me a minute to get in there. But had I damaged the car in any way, like
Andrew back then was a little tough. Andrew now slide right in that window. Andrew back then
be a little easier, be a little easier now.
It was a little rougher on the original go around.
Yeah, but it was driving a race car was probably like it was a birthday gift, and it was like probably one of the coolest things I've done to this day.
How fast? How fast you get?
So I really wanted to go I wanted to get over like 150, and that was like my goal. I'm like, get over 150, like try and get over that. But like it was only a half-mile track, so like on the straightaways, you have to slow down about when you're in like the final third. So like there's different thirds for the straightaways. There's the middle. There's the second third, was just like the coasting where you can accelerate, and then the final third you had to decelerate, shift down, and then start your turn, and then the car would just glide around. So you couldn't really accelerate that much, especially if you're trying to get used to the car, and like you're trying to figure out like how fast do I go and stuff. So I only got up to like 104 miles an hour, still pretty fast. But yeah, I wanted to go faster, but because it was it was only a half mile. If it was a mile track, I probably could have gone up to like 140, 150, they said.
Well, the insurance was a lot too, right?
The insurance was like a $380 like one-time fee.
But how much was it if you like wrecked the car? Wasn't it like ridiculous?
Yeah, right,
it's okay. So it wasn't even if I wrecked the car. If I did any damage whatsoever to the vehicle, because like I'm just like a regular citizen off the street. If I did any damage, I was responsible for the full value of the vehicle. It was $29,000, and they would hold me there until I paid that. Or yeah. So
no.
I didn't buy the insurance.
I'm gonna get in that car. If I scratch it, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna flip this car over multiple times. I'm gonna damage this car for you. Two takeaways. I feel like when you're a kid and like someone's pushing you in the swing and you're like, this is so cool, wow, and you feel like the world is behind you. Like I feel like that would be me in a race car, because I'd be like, even if it was going like 70 miles per hour, I'd probably be like, whoa. And then the second thing is, we talked about soccer and NASCAR today, so like, good job on us.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Jade, what do you think is the most extreme thing you do or have done, bro?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I mean, it's kind of hard. I don't really, I'm a pretty conservative guy. I don't do a whole lot. So we like to, we tore our ACL playing football. Like, that's freaking awful. So we don't like to go too crazy. I think the craziest thing I've done is I did a full triathlon. Swimming, biking, running. I did it twice actually, and then one time I did it as like a three-peat. My boy Connor, RP, passed away, so I did it like the year right after in his honor. And good Lord, I don't know how the hell he did it. I don't know how he did it. I swear to God, I thought I was gonna die. I trained. I was in pretty good shape at the time. I mean, I would go out for bike rides and stuff. No one explains to you, and this is for all the people that like think, oh, I'm gonna go in the ocean, I'm gonna swim around, bro. If you swim in deep water anywhere, I did it at Hanson Dam. It's a lake, and dude, Ace, I had people like trying to win, bro. I'm just trying to survive. Like I'm getting feet to the face while I'm swimming. I just drooled a little bit because I just got so excited. I get punched up on people doing freestyle and stuff. Dude, it was wild, bro. It was wild. But that's probably the most extreme thing I've done.
I feel like people have probably died during triathlons. I haven't looked that up, but man, like
Bro, you have to be there so early. Ace, I was there at 4 a.m. It started at 5:30.
Did you carbo load like Michael Scott?
Oh fuck!
Did you have little fettuccine Alfredo?
Oh, and then right after, Jerry, Connor's mom took us to what's that Mexican place, Andrew, right there on Ventura?
Casa Vega.
Oh, Casa Vega.
It's where the Kardashians eat. It's kind of like a celebrity hotspot, you know.
Oh, bro. Oh my God. I swear I ate like. They give you the little chips and sauce in the beginning. I had like 3 bowls. I had a whole burrito. I had like enchiladas. I ate like, I think by like 3,000 calories, which is just an average Sunday for me now. But back then, you know.
I would, well, whenever I go to like fancy restaurants, like, okay, this is something extreme that I do too. Like fancy restaurants usually give you like a bread basket. You know, my wife and I, we don't fuck around. We'll eat that bread basket the first time around, and then we'll be like, can we get a second bread basket, please? Even though we're not going to eat it. And then when we get our to-go boxes, we're going to put all that bread in that to-go box. Whether or not we eat it at home is up to us.
Right.
Have you seen? Oh my God, Andrew! I say this to Andrew all the time when I see it on Twitter. There's this meme of this kid, this little chubby kid, being held back by his homeboy, and the caption says, "When the waiter asks if you want a box." And it's like this little kid being held back. Ace, I gotta say it to you after. I put it on. I'll retweet it on our Twitter. Oh my God, I died. Or the one where it's like this. It's like someone's like this, and they're like, "Box." And it's like, "Can I get a box?" Like a to-go box. And you just get a little to-go box. But dude, Andrew did it.
So
you did one of the legs with me, right? Me, you, and Parker. A few years after.
Yeah,
that.
I did the year after you did it by yourself. I did the running leg. Did not go well for your boy. Yeah, that one. That's the
yeah. It's like when the waiter asked, "You want a box? Let's go, bro. Let's go. A box right now. Let's go. I'll throw down right here. Let's go."
Got him.
We used to the taking of the bread home. We used to do that when we were kids. Our parents would take us to hometown buffet, and we would wrap cookies in napkins and make our mom put them in her purse.
Oh
She
yeah.
used to get so mad, dude.
Oh yeah, I felt like that. You know, like that was like top secret. You'd be like, do 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 do. Grab your plate, put 7 cookies on it. You're only gonna eat 1.
Hometown buffet, bro. Oh my. I don't even know if they exist anymore, but I'm surprised they weren't bankrupt before when we were going there.
They probably shouldn't be.
You know what? You know what seems extreme now? Buffets. Everybody using the same spoon now. Like I don't even know if buffets are going to even exist after we go back to normal here.
Our soup plantation that was right here down the street. Oh, shout out to soup plantation, bro. Well, can't really shout you out anymore. You're gone. But,
bankrupt.
Dude, it was so. I used to love going there, bro. I just eat a bunch of soup, like soup, salad, and focaccia. $10.
Little focaccia. I like
focaccia. Yeah.
Oh man, I like a nice entree salad. Like
absolutely. I was about to say, yeah.
They even have a little pasta station, little ice cream station.
You know,
better than that.
This is what I do when I go to any buffet. Now I can't, so got to do this at home. I put my fixins on. I get my whatever. But my favorite thing is I get like 12 or 14 cucumbers, the slices, and then I just dunk a bunch of ranch on top of that. Not like a bunch, but a lot of ranch on top of my salad. And then I go to the sesame seeds, and I put 7 scoops of sesame seeds. I'm like, I don't care if the person behind me is waiting for the craisins next to the sesame seeds or the little tortilla chips. Nope. I'm putting as many sesame seeds as I want on this plate.
Why the sesame seeds?
Did I say
have a crunch?
I meant sunflower seeds. Yeah.
I figured you meant that because I put sunflower seeds in my salad.
I didn't get it. I was like, sesame seeds. It's got like sesame seeds. I'm like, holy crap, a lot of seeds.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sunflower seeds.
We're going to Vegas in a few weeks, eh? You think they got buffets there? Because I swear at the Bellagio got the buffet, baby. We're going to the Bellagio.
I don't think so. I can't even do buffets anymore, dude. I don't want buffets anymore.
I don't know.
We don't have to go and like big boy status like we used to. Just go eat some stuff. What's wrong with that?
Yes, I know, madame. Well, what Hometown Buffet was doing, like they were doing like little ramekins, like little plated dishes before the pandemic, so maybe like that would be the way to do it. You could just go up to the station, pick up a little thing of meatloaf, put it on your plate, and then like there's a few like buffets in like the Morongo. The Morongo has a buffet. There's still a lot of like serve yourself, but there's also a lot of like here we'll serve you. So maybe it's just maybe they just employ more peeps to work stations, and then you just gotta help people.
Like tell them what
plate.
you want, and they're there, and they'll scoop it on your plate and stuff, right?
Yeah. And the employees are serving you right now.
Makes sense.
For sure.
Makes sense. Golden Corral or something.
I saw a video a couple of years ago. Apparently, competitive eaters go to like not anymore, but like obviously but they used to go to buffets, and like that's how they would train like for their competition. They would go to buffets and get like 10 plates and like have like a waiter like help them take it to the table, and that's how they train for competitions at buffets by themselves. Could you imagine just a random person just in a buffet like surrounded by 10 plates and it's gone in 15 minutes?
If I have a hometown buffet and you're coming in here to train, but go train somewhere else, huh? Go train, get out of here. I'll lose a business over here. You're eating enough for 30 people. And competitive eaters, this Nathan's hot dog thing is on ESPN. Gee, I remember when I was a little kid, I was petrified because Power 106 had like this big old water drinking competition, and this lady wanted to win tickets to like the Jonas Brothers so bad, she killed herself. She drowned her internal organs by drinking too much water at one time, and they sued the crap out of Power 106, and between like competitive eating and competitive drink, get out of here. Competition is cool, but when we gotta do stuff like eating and drinking stuff, I don't care that you can stick 42 glizzies down your throat in 10 minutes, bro. Okay, I don't care.
Why did you have to use glizzy?
Because what else am I going to use? It's always done on like the 4th of July because everyone likes to, it's 4th of July, America's pastime. You know what's the problem with America's pastime? When you want to bring up America's pastime, and America's pastime is shoving hot dogs down your throat. Why don't you get yourself together, America? Jesus, U.S. freaking hate.
You know.
Egregious.
That I'm trying to rationalize competitive eating here. It's a mind thing though, because your brain tells your stomach it's full before you do. So wouldn't you say that competitive eaters are like really strong in like brain capacity, like they're like somewhat like otherworldly?
No. I think who can keep their hand on the flame for the longest, huh? What are we doing? What kind of stupid competitions do we have nowadays? I'm surprised not slow down. I don't mean slow down.
Put your hand in. Who can put their hand in ice the longest competition?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
the ice is gonna melt.
And I'm all for it. Y'all know I take anything. I'll make walking in the mailbox a damn competition, bro. I love to win everything. I don't give a damn. I mean, I'm all about it, but I'm not gonna make something stupid like, okay, you can eat more hot dogs than me. That's great. Why don't you try to run after that? Huh? Can you even run a mile? Can you even run a lap? Huh?
If this isn't my scenario, but if my door has a mail slot to it, is my house the mailbox?
Okay, that's a good question. Don't know what it had to do with what we're talking about, but that's a phenomenal question.
Well, because he brought up mailboxes, like racing to the mailbox, so I guess.
Oh.
Hot dog, or is a hot dog a sandwich? I feel like this is just as powerful of a question.
Hot dog's not a sandwich.
It's not.
Yeah,
but yeah,
a burger's not a sandwich either.
Yes, it is.
Burger's not a sandwich.
And you go to it's something between bread. Like that's a burger. That's a sandwich. Like it's something.
A hot dog is between bread. A hot dog is between bread. So a hot dog would be a sandwich in your rationale.
Yeah. I don't know why that's like a hard discussion for people to like understand.
You think that a hot dog's a sandwich?
Is it between bread?
Okay. Everybody, nobody wants to answer this question. But is a sandwich a hot dog?
I mean, yeah, technically by my rationale. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Is it between bread? What's the qualifier for it to be a sandwich? We have open-faced sandwiches, for God's sakes, where there's stuff stacked on top of a single slice of bread.
That's it. I don't agree with sandwiches.
But it's
sandwiches. Just because you put a piece of bread on something, you put something on top of bread does not make it a sandwich.
I'm pretty.
We make everything sandwiches now.
I'm pretty sure back in the day when Eve was pulling the apple off the tree, she was like, "Is an apple a fruit?" You know, she probably, you know, this is where all this originated from, man. You know, the history of these weird ass questions. Yeah, I can't hear you because you're muted.
I'm gonna cut up an apple. I'm gonna put it between bread, and that's a sandwich, right? An apple sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, I eat it like
It's a terrible sandwich, but yeah, it's a sandwich. It's a terrible. No, I don't want it.
Make a chicken salad with, like, you know, sliced up.
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah, you put apples into chicken salad sandwiches, and that's a sandwich.
Way too much, bro. It ain't a sandwich.
Listen, what you need to do for me, Johnny, is if there's something if we ever revisit this, you need to have a reason. You need to have like a qualifier as to what makes something a sandwich. You need to have. I need to have some, because people just say, "Oh, hot dog's not a sandwich," because they just don't think it's a sandwich. But it's a sandwich because it's between bread. What else?
No, it's not. It's a hot dog. A hot dog is a hot dog.
It's not.
I don't need to have a qualifier. All I know is I can look at a hot dog and I tell you it's a hot dog. I can look at a burger and tell you it's a burger, and I can tell you by looking at the burger and the hot dog that neither one are damn sandwiches.
I got another.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
Ryan, me and you had such a good thing going, bro. I was even starting to like the Angels for you, Ryan.
Brie cheese, sliced green apples, and a little bit of like apricot jam. That's a dope sandwich right there.
That sounds phenomenal. Can you make me that? That sounds absolutely delicious.
That sounds great.
I got you, boo.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm hungry, man.
We're gonna watch the fourth quarter of this Bucks game. They were up 21 points in the first quarter, and now it's a tie game.
You know it's not a sandwich. Oh no, sorry. You know it is a sandwich. This panel, we are the ace to the ace, the buns, the J's, the meat. So ace. See, we are literally a sandwich right now.
Figure it out.
Good looking sandwich.
Andrew and I are here to just serve up the egregiousness that Jay likes to bring in his takes and
Absolutely.
For anything.
I get used to this. I feel like I'm like, you know, really important now. Being
why is it so zoomed in? Like
I back up, baby, like right here. There you go. I'll scoot up.
Okay, so if you didn't catch it at the top of the show, we have a TikTok now at AJA Sports Show. We got the same app for everything. Got a video up already for you guys to like and do a duet with, whatever makes you feel happy about yourself. That'll do it for today's show. Looking like we're gonna hop on tomorrow too for a variety show. So
on Friday,
we hope to see you guys there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the ridiculousness that we brought today. And I am not afraid to say that I was once an extreme couponer. Have a good night, folks. Bye, guys.